In times gone by, every penny counted. The hallmark of a skillful homemaker was her ability to transform humble ingredients into hearty, filling, and delightful dishes that brought the family together. As we unveil 15 traditional recipes from Grandma's collection, we'll also unearth the stories and wisdom embedded in these meals. Recipe 1. Lentil soup. Lentils were a staple in many households due to their affordability and nutritional value. Combining them with root vegetables, bits of leftover meats, and rich broth made for a hearty soup that warmed the soul on cold nights. Recipe 2. Potato pancakes. These crispy, golden brown delights were a testament to the versatility of potatoes. Often whipped up with leftover mashed potatoes, grated onions, and seasonings, they served as a delicious breakfast or side dish. Recipe 3. Classic cabbage rolls. By mixing minced meat with grains like rice or barley and wrapping them in steamed cabbage leaves, households could extend more expensive ingredients further. Baked in a rich tomato sauce, these rolls were a marriage of flavors. Recipe 4. Navy bean soup. Another protein-packed option, navy beans, combined with ham hocks or bones and vegetables, would simmer for hours, filling homes with a comforting aroma and providing several meals from a single pot. Recipe 5. Bread pudding. Waste not, want not. Stale bread found a new lease on life when combined with sweet custard, raisins, and spices, creating a dessert that was as economical as it was comforting. Recipe 6. Spaghetti aglio e olio. In times when pantry stocks were low, this Italian gem shone brightly. Garlic and red pepper flakes sautéed in olive oil and tossed with pasta made for a meal that was both simple and satisfying. Recipe 7. Egg drop soup. We'll get to that in a second. I have a favor to ask of you. If you like this video so far, please subscribe to the channel. This classic Chinese comfort food required little more than broth and eggs. Seasoned with soy sauce and finished with chopped green onions, it offered a comforting embrace in a bowl. Recipe 8. Corned beef hash. Leftovers were the star in this dish. Combining corned beef with diced potatoes and seasonings, then pan-frying until crispy, this was a hearty dish perfect for breakfast or dinner. Recipe 9. Savory bread and butter pudding. A twist on the sweet classic, this savory version incorporated stale bread, cheese, fresh herbs, and maybe even some diced ham or cooked vegetables. It was hearty and versatile, perfect for any meal. Recipe 10. Homemade pasta. Making pasta from scratch was not only economical, but also therapeutic. Flour, eggs, and a pinch of salt were all that was needed to create fresh, delicious noodles. Recipe 11. Porridge. This humble breakfast dish, whether made from oats, cornmeal, or rice, was a staple. Slow cooked to perfection and topped with whatever was on hand, fruits, nuts, or a spoon of jam. Recipe 12. Ratatouille. Vegetables were the star of this French classic. Layered and slow cooked, each ingredient melded into a delightful pot of flavors, reflecting the essence of rustic cooking. Recipe 13. Peasant bread. No kneading, no fuss. This simple bread required few ingredients and could be easily adapted with additions like nuts, seeds, or dried fruit. Recipe 14. Split pea soup. A pot of split peas, some bones, or ham for flavor, and hours of slow simmering resulted in a thick, creamy soup that was a meal in itself, especially when served with peasant bread. Recipe 15. Rice and beans. A universal combination from the southern U.S. to Latin America and even across to Africa and Asia. Spices and local ingredients might change, but the core idea remained, combining grains and legumes for a full protein and filling meal. In these recipes, we find a world where frugality meets flavor, where resourcefulness is the key ingredient, and where every meal tells a story of resilience, love, and community. Remembering these dishes is more than a nod to nostalgia. It's an invitation to embrace simplicity and ingenuity in our kitchens today.